Donald Trump's own pollsters are telling him how pissed off the people are at him and how he's only focused on helping billionaires. This is what Donald Trump, though, is posting this morning in a frenzy. He's posting this image of a shirt with him and Elon Musk and a dog in the background that says Doge. And this is real email that Donald Trump just sent. Buddy, have you seen the only official Doge shirt? Claim your shirt now. This is what he emailed to his supporters. Isn't it amazing? Can you imagine the looks you'll get from radical liberals as you walk down the street wearing this? It will be hysterical. Then you click claim your shirt now, and of course he grifts off of his supporters. It will be hysterical. I mean, right now, if you look at the Fox website, they're giving recipes that have alternative to eggs because eggs either are not at supermarkets anymore or can't be afforded anymore. So that's what they're pushing. And Donald Trump's talking about buying Elon Musk t-shirts and saying wearing it will be hysterical. Donald Trump then posted the following as well, because he's seeing these town halls that we're reporting on in ruby red Republican congressional districts where Republican Congress members are being confronted by their constituents saying, what the hell is going on? You're having Elon Musk go through our private data and shut down essential services. You're taking away our Medicaid. You're giving everything to the billionaires. Prices are going up, up, up. Housing is less affordable. We're losing our jobs. You're out here praising Vladimir Putin, and you refuse to say that Putin was the aggressor in Putin's war against Ukraine. What the hell is happening? That's what people are saying to their members of Congress. So what is Donald Trump doing? He's dangling, like the con artist that he is, like the 2-bit snake oil salesman he is, Doge dividend checks, which even if those were real, would cause inflation to frickin' skyrocket. So you're crashing the economy, then giving dividend checks? What in the world? Here's what he posts in the morning. He goes, should I do a Doge dividend check? Please answer before my end of the month fundraising deadline. Should Trump give Doge savings back to the American citizens via check? Ben, here's my deadline. That's just his next scam, right? He goes from one scam to the next. I'm going to make prices go down on day one. Don't do that. I'm going to end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours. Don't do that. I'm going to give you all of these jobs on day one. That doesn't happen. The reverse happens. He's crashing the good economy that Biden transferred, and now he's going, dividend checks? You want me to go to Fort Knox? I'll go to Fort Knox, and you want me to find the gold there with Elon Musk? That's what he's doing. The White House account then posts the following. We have achieved the great liberation of America. We are liberating our country right now. And that is what the official White House account is posting. Here's that article again. Dietitians share 3 simple eggless breakfast recipes as egg prices soar. Here's Donald Trump's own pollster, Tony Fabrizio and Bob Ward. This is the Fabrizio poll. In a generic ballot, Democrats are up +5. Among swing state voters, 66% say tax priority should be helping working class families. 1% say helping highest earners. The top polling policy, extending expiring healthcare tax credits under the Affordable Care Act. Exactly what Donald Trump wants to gut and destroy, and Donald Trump's policy is devoted to helping the 1%. Folks, this has been a terrible morning for Donald Trump and his regime for many reasons as well. There was a big loss in Germany for Trump, Elon Musk, and J.D. Vance. Germany's CDU and CSU won big, while the far-right AfD underperformed where people expected them to. They came in second, despite backing from Elon Musk and J.D. Vance, who tried to interfere and did interfere with the German elections. AfD is now likely to be completely shut out of a governing coalition. So what is Donald Trump posting? Videos of himself dancing to the YMCA. That's literally what he's posting from his official presidential account now. It is a video. I'm not even going to play you the video, but it's him doing those weird hand things that he does to the YMCA. Folks, we have a demented psychopath in the office. And I think finally you're seeing red state voters go, what the hell are you doing? You're behaving like a dictator. Maybe when he said he wants to be a dictator on day one, that should have given you the hint. And maybe when we told you that they were going to implement Project 2025. But now you have the red state voters recognizing this. And it's not so much a division amongst this party or that party. It is people of all parties pissed that these billionaire oligarchs are doing this crap and scamming people. Speaking of scamming people, what is the photo that Donald Trump posts right here with a world leader? Which world leader is it? Do you think it's with our NATO allies? Do you think that's what Donald Trump posts? Do you think he posts with the Prime Minister of Canada or Mexico? Of course not. Do you think it's with someone in Europe? Of course not. Who does he post? It's a photo with Javier Milei, the kind of con artist president of Argentina, who is embroiled now in a massive crypto scam for offering a Libra crypto meme coin that suddenly crashed and caused people to lose billions of dollars in Argentina. Does that sound familiar? Javier Milei and Donald Trump are there shaking hands in this photo. Notably, Donald Trump insulted the president of Poland and the prime minister of Poland, but Donald Trump just totally punked the Polish leaders who are major allies of the United States. The president of Poland flew in to have an hour-long meeting. Trump showed up late. Trump only met for 10 minutes, but spent all of this time with Javier Milei and really insulted our allies in Poland. And by the way, there's a division amongst Poland's prime minister and president even, but Trump insulted them both. And the prime minister of Poland put out a message. These are no laughing times, insinuating America's lost. America's gone. I mean, we all know that by now. America's an authoritarian regime. One of the things we're learning as well is that here was some news from this morning. Ticket sales dropped roughly 50% week over week at the Kennedy Center. And artists and performers are all canceling at the Kennedy Center. Donald Trump's going to crash the Kennedy Center, crash our economy. Airplanes are crashing. Prices are surging. No one wants to go to the Kennedy Center anymore to watch I'm not making this up. They're now having the January 6th choir sing at the Kennedy Center. The most violent insurrectionists, they're singing and they're the performers at the Kennedy Center. That's some sick, demented stuff right there. Now, what else happened this morning? You had former Fox News host Pete Hegseth, who now somehow is the defense secretary of the United States of America, despite never leading a military command. It wasn't the National Guard. That doesn't make you qualified to be a defense secretary. Let me be very clear. So he goes on his former weekend show on Fox, and he talks about firing a 4-star general, General C.Q. Brown, who was the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, to bring in an unqualified person as well. And Hegseth says that C.Q. Brown was not the right man for the moment, or as our editor-in-chief says, not the white man for the moment. Here, play this clip.
And I have a lot of respect for C.Q. Brown. I got to know him over the course of a month. He's an honorable man, not the right man for the moment. And ultimately, the president made that call. And Dan Raising Kane is going to be a fantastic chairman. I look forward to working with him. And he will give straightforward advice, as he did to President Trump, on the defeat of ISIS. No one else said it could be done in a matter of weeks. Raising Kane said it could. And guess what? It happened. And the president respects leaders who untie the hands of warfighters in a very dangerous world. I think Dan Kane's the man to meet the moment.
Okay.
Notably, the two leaders who Hegseth and Trump have fired from our military leadership was a female who led the National Guard, or rather the Coast Guard, and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, a black male. Here is on Fox this morning as well. Maria Bartiromo asks Mike Waltz, the national security advisor, can you just say that Russia is their aggressor? And he refuses to say it. Play this clip.
In more territory, can you acknowledge that Russia is the aggressor here?
Well, you know what? Who would you rather having go toe-to-toe with the likes of Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, Xi, or anyone else? Joe Biden or Donald Trump? He's the deal maker in chief. He's the commander in chief. And it's only because of his strength that we're even in this position. And President Trump's own words have been that Russia invaded a neighbor under Bush, under Obama, and under Biden, but not him. It didn't happen his first term, and he's going to bring it to an end his second term. And I just laid out the framework to do that, that we are all, he has a great team around him that everybody is moving out on simultaneously, from our Secretary of Treasury to our Secretary of State to our Secretary of Defense and, of course, our special envoy. And that's what's going on. And, you know, people are welcome to bring better ideas, but all I've heard is perpetuate more war. And that is, no one should be surprised that that's not what President Trump campaigned on or intends to do.
Well, look, let me move on to the...
Well, let's talk about what Russia is doing. On February 23rd, 2025, Russia unleashed 267 drones against Ukraine, marking its largest drone assault since the start of the full-scale invasion. One of the things we're also learning is that with all of these government cuts, at least last night when I checked as well, the National Sex Offender Registry, the National Sex Offender public website that indicates who the sex offenders are, was shut down and was temporarily unavailable. And I just want you to think about the national parks that are being closed, the websites that are closing down, the aid that's not getting. This is not just screwing, as Donald Trump wants to say, this will be hysterical when you own the libs. Guess what? When you find out that a lot of red states, people are on Medicaid. In a lot of red states, they rely on federal governmental services. And what you're doing here is just totally taking a sledgehammer to people's lives. At CPAC, more salutes that you saw over here. It seems that that's all these people are doing now. I mean, just look at this, like 1, 2, 3 salutes. Elon was before CPAC, but you get the point. Then you have this like conflict within the departments now. Elon Musk sent an email yesterday that I shared with you where Elon Musk was telling people you need to, in the federal government, respond with the 5 things that you've done this past week to justify whether we should fire you or not. And then some leadership in the State Department told people you don't need to send that. And so you have kind of a conflict there. And then this morning as well, and yesterday, you now have Trump's daughter-in-law is hosting a show on Fox, Lara Trump. And here she is speaking to Caroline Levitt. Let me show you this. Play this clip.
You know they're coming for you. How do you prepare for a moment like that?
Well, first of all, I look forward to it, and I relish the opportunity to bring the truth and the facts to the podium. And unfortunately, the mainstream media has been blinded by this bias, this anti-Trump bias. And it's actually quite sad because rather than dealing with people who are truly interested in journalistic integrity and finding out the truths and the facts, they're coming into that room with a preconceived narrative and bias. The president speaks the truth. He speaks his mind directly. It's just my job to prepare and figure out what the truth is versus what the fake news narratives are, and then just bring that to the podium. And
I mean, so utterly pathetic. And this was Trump yesterday, where he was just like making noises at CPAC, and he was like, I'm angry. I'm so angry. This was very weird. Here, play this clip.
And like it's their form of a military parade, and it makes me angry when I see that. Angry. When I see that, I get angry.
And so while all of this is going on, they're kind of like funneling this money in this kind of circular way, right? You have the Trump administration taking federal government money, and they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to buy ads on Fox as part of their propaganda campaign against migrants. And so like in English, not in other languages, they have Kristi Noem doing these videos that are like, you should leave, migrants. We're going to be tough. But they're paying Fox hundreds of millions of dollars as part of this targeted market, not targeted, just ridiculous marketing campaign. And that's where the money's going, instead of going to the federal government programs that support people's lives. There you have it. Hit subscribe. Help us get to 5 million subscribers. We'll keep you posted with all the developments.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.